Thank you for joining me. I'm Erin Christie. We begin with a follow-up to the pack of wild dogs that neighbors in Okmulgee County say have terrorized them for years. Animal rescuers are back on the scene, and now we have learned a criminal investigation is underway. I went back out to Beggs, where there is a new set of challenges, and also got some answers from law enforcement. The Oklahoma Alliance for Animals says 18 dogs were trapped during this first attempt, and they could be socially and medically okayed for adoption. Even this one, now named Frankie. Turns out the blood staining his fur was from an embedded chain in his neck and stomach. Day 2 of this rescue is about trapping the rest of the dogs on the property, the ones that are more timid and more difficult to trap. Neighbors say the resident, who has since moved out, is a former breeder whose dog hoarding spiraled. Her animals were unsocialized and roaming in unruly packs. Murray Eggleston told us one killed his pet, but responding deputies told him that's a civil issue.
It was kind of left to where, well, if they come up and try to attack you, you can shoot them. You know, you have permission to do that, but not much fun for a homeowner.
A deputy arrived during this search. While not authorized to speak on camera, I was told he was there collecting information. And then I sat down with Okmulgee County Sheriff Eddie Rice. Since several neighbors told me they've tried to get help for 15 years. Rice told me he was unfamiliar with this case. He pulled 10 years of animal-related calls and only found 4 to that address, but said search parameters are finicky.
Well, if somebody didn't give an address and they just said, you know, south of this address or south of that address, that's not an address that I'm searching. So, and it's not going to show up.
Nevertheless, they are looking into whether the dog owner could face abandonment or animal cruelty charges and are not discounting the neighbor's accusations.
By all means, my deputies are human. I'm human. If something gets dropped, call back in.
He said deputies responding to calls are typically only looking specifically into what the call is about, rather than investigating a bigger issue that would require a search warrant. Sheriff Rice said state statutes regarding animals in rural areas are very broad. He said abuse is illegal, but hoarding them or letting them roam is not.